So if you guys don't already know, the Apple event just ended this week, and the only thing that caught my attention was the M2 chip. So it being on my favorite Apple device, the Macbook, totally blows my mind, and I'm gonna be talking about it in today's video. So before we get started, I have a Discord server, and you can join in the link in the description. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do. You will be in like, okay, you'll be here. There'll be random occurrences and sightings of Sonic the Hedgehog, Minecraft mobs, etc. So if you haven't already, please join the Discord server. And yeah, on Halloween there'll be something special. Yeah, you guys can kill the mobs and sightings, and yeah. So my friend is calling up. We both are gonna go do the video. Let's go. All right.
I'm sorry I'm a bit late.
Yeah, it's okay, it's okay.
I'll be right back.
Right.
What, Apple video?
Yeah, my first ever Apple video. Yo, bro, mad props to Apple because they are like one of the best technology companies, because they have like the best stuff on their website, like iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, Apple TV. Yeah. So now let's talk about the MacBook M2. So within the M1 MacBook Air and the M2 MacBook Air, there are some slight differences. Like one, it looks thin, right? Hold on.
It looks like so damn different. It looks so different.
Yeah, like the last one, I feel like this is not even a MacBook anymore. This is just the MacBook Pro. If you would give a MacBook Pro M1 and a MacBook Pro,
it's literally small MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
At this point, small MacBook Pro.
Hold on. Let me go on the official website of Apple real quick, and let me share my
Can I
screen.
share my screen? I'm already there.
Oh yeah, you already did that? Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Can you see it?
It's loading. Seriously, it's loading.
Give it a second.
Alright, so to not waste any time, can I share my screen, please?
Alright, wait, let me stop. Okay.
Right.
Okay, share
So
screen.
now entire screen and system audio. Okay, done. Alright, so is it any clear? Yes, I'm in Malaysia. Alright, so the MacBook Air really looks like just iPads. Okay, like it kind of looks like iPad at one side.
It looks like the really big MacBook Pro, but they just like smalled it.
And the good thing about it is the specs on it are different within what type of thing you want.
Yeah, it looks really. It doesn't look that big of a difference. I mean, it's lighter, which is good.
Yeah, and it comes with 8 core CPU, 10 core GPU, 8GB unified memory, and 512 SSD storage, and also 16 core neutral engine.
Stock. You can upgrade it if you want.
Yeah,
like you can upgrade it really far. In my opinion, actually, why? Like, you could just pick up like a decent, like MacBook is. You know, you can just pick up like a decent, like the MacBook Pro is not very far away from this. Like the 13-inch small MacBook Pro is not that far from this.
Yeah, and
because
also
it now has the new M2 chip, because it still has the same M2 chip, so it's not that far away.
So yeah, and also compared to the M1 version of the MacBook Air, it has 8 core CPU, 7 core GPU this time, 8GB unified memory, and 256. A little bit different series,
because since the chip is better, since the chip is better, it allows for more RAM and more storage. Like you can go up to 24. Like the most expensive MacBook Air you can go for is now 10K. I pull up web.archive.com. I just want to compare the prices between I wanna compare the prices between the first ever MacBook Air and the latest MacBook Air, full spec and all.
Alright.
I'll send you a screenshot over.
So basically, the MacBook Pro, they just added a touch bar. Unlike this time, they added like the Touch ID and
the touchpad was always there.
Magic
Touch bar
Keyboard.
was always there.
The touch bar, I don't know why they always like to add it and remove it and then re-add it. I don't know why, but the MacBook Pro, since the price is damn high, like you said, like 10K over, it's one of the premium MacBook.
That's not the Pro. It's the Air. It's like the Air. MacBook Air.
No, the Air is just like 1,199 compared to the 1,299 ringgit with dollars. So why do I hate the MacBook Pro and I love the MacBook Air? Well, it's just improved.
I'm gonna compare.
Yeah.
Why is it showing the iPhone? Oh, damn it, the date. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compare I wanna compare the MacBook Air, the start MacBook Air to the latest MacBook Air. Would that be cool?
Yeah, that would be cool. If you can share your screen.
I'm on the Wayback Machine now. Let me just set my date for February 10th, 2008.
Alright, let's see.
When the first MacBook Air came out. Let me just share my screen real quick.
Yeah, okay. Right, let's see. Let me just watch stream. Okay, so now Deva's gonna do the commentary. Yeah, you guys can listen to him. Dude, it looks like...
So, brand new MacBook Air. It's a really nice machine. I mean, comes with a 13-inch screen. It looks like the MacBook Pro, but if we made it smaller. There's
and more
keyboard
thinner.
with Touch ID, all that stuff. And you can max it out a bit more, so you can get 2 terabytes of storage and 24 GBs of RAM. You can get like 2 different adapters. You can get 2 USB-C ports in one adapter or one big USB-C charger. You can get a Macbook keyboard. You can get a backlit Magic Keyboard with Touch ID. It's not the scissor switch one, which breaks all the damn time. And it comes in, English, Chinese,
Arabic, Japanese,
Mandarin.
And also Final Cut Pro.
Yeah, it's same in the MacBook Pro. But what if we look at the very first MacBook Air and compare the prices between this Mac Start version, which is 10,699 ringgit. I will convert that to USD later on. And let's compare the very first MacBook Air. Now, this was big in 2008. I wasn't born in 2008, but it was big in 2008. Like, really big. Don't give up on Vista. Yeah, don't give up on Vista. Trust me, it's hell. Anyways, look. The world's thinnest MacBook.
So this is how the MacBook Air looks like.
So when you want to buy this? Yeah, it looks tiny.
Looks very tiny.
I just checked it now and it's not letting me do it. So I guess I'll have to move to March 2008 because I don't think the MacBook Air came out at the time. So I'm gonna move to the March of 2008 when this MacBook was available to buy. The M2 chip is... Do note that the M2 is still not available. You can't get this delivered right now. I think it'll start shipping around next month or so.
Yeah, next month.
I really do hope.
So this is the first ever MacBook Pro.
I really do not want it. I really want it to ship by next month.
Alright. And after this, guys, we are going to be talking about the MacBook Pro and why it's not my favorite MacBook at all. And yeah, after this. So after Deva's explanation.
It takes don't wonder why it takes like 16 years to load. It's on like the damn... Oh my god, where the hell do I buy this? Buy now. Okay.
Oh goodness.
This website looks super trippy because it's insanely hard to use. 1-800 My Apple.
1-800 My Apple.
This is crazy money for a MacBook.
10K. Let me check on the Apple Store app.
Like you can get like a Mac Studio. You know, like the new Mac Studio. You can get that for the price of this.
Yeah, Mac Studio.
Sure, it will be a base one, but it will still be better.
Oh, I just
Apple
checked
Store
on the
US. What the hell?
I just checked on the Apple Store on the Apple Store app, and they actually said that it's 6,699. 500 499 for the
Really?
base
That's
one,
bad.
and then the M1 is just 4,399. Like 6,699 is the max price for like a MacBook Air, but I mean not the MacBook Air, but a MacBook Pro.
Deva, look at the price. Look at the price.
My
That is-
God,
oh my God.
it's old. That thing is old
Man,
and
I
still.
think my 500. Oh my God, I have like 4 times the storage in my laptop. What the hell? This is so overpriced.
Yeah.
That's the issue with this. This is like crazy freaking overpriced. This is nightmare overpriced.
Alright, I think
mean,
now's the
looks
part where we
amazing.
talk about the
For
MacBook Pro
64
and
gigs, that's terrible.
the downfall.
Man, this thing was hell. This thing was hell. It's 3,098 and I can't modify it for. I don't know why. Does it let you modify it? I don't modify it.
Alright.
So it's as low as $74 a month, which is nightmarish. It's like really nightmarish. If I put that into the inflation calculator, so if I put that inflation calculator, this thing would never
CPI. Oh my God, man. Okay.
Oh, this is let's go. March. Dude,
2008.
No, this came out during a hell of a time for America. This came out during the what I like to call the hell of stocks. The 2008 financial
Yeah.
crisis, aka
Right.
some of our older watches, you might know that. So in April 2022, this
Oh
thing
my-
cost $4,000.
Oh my God.
This looks like nothing at this point. It's double. This is double.
This
Price of
double
this.
the price. But I think it's
Absolutely,
10K. I think it's 10K because you just improve the storage a little bit. Okay, it's actually the price. The actual
No,
price of
I
it.
maxed out everything. I put the most RAM, I put the most storage, I got the best adapter, and I got everything except for like Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro because I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's like 10K. It's crazy expensive.
Yo.
But this is mental. $4,000. It's like 20,000 ringgit.
Alright,
Christ,
so
that
now
is
let's talk
nightmare.
about the MacBook Pro. Right, thanks Deva for doing half the commentary. Thanks Deva.
Right.
Right, so now
Let me just head out to
MacBook
MacBook Pro.
Pro.
Get out, please. I don't want to. Okay,
MacBook Pro.
okay. MacBook Pro 13-inch and the 14-inch.
Right, now we are going to be talking about the MacBook
I
Pro.
honestly think.
So, for this year's
Which are you
MacBook
talking
Pro,
about? Are you
hold
talking
up.
about this one or this one? Are you talking about the 13-inch or the 14 and 16? Because in my opinion, I hate the 13-inch.
Okay, the 13-inch MacBook Pro. Right, so hold on. Let me go share my screen. Right, so the MacBook Pro for this year's model, if you want to get the maxed out version, it's just 6,499. It's 8-core CPU, 10-core GPU, 8GB unified memory, and 512
8
gigabyte
is
SSD.
small. 8 is small. That is tiny.
Yeah.
My laptop has 8 gigs of RAM and this costs what 2,000 ringgit?
Oh my God. And yeah, that's the max out version.
So if I max
I think
if
that's
I-
the max out version, yeah.
ringgit cheaper than the MacBook Air.
And plus, the MacBook.
It's like 200 ringgit cheaper than the MacBook Air. With similar specifications, by the way.
Okay, this is the MacBook 13-inch MacBook Pro M2 chip. Okay, Deva, you can see my screen. It's a
Yeah.
13-inch. This one is a 13-inch and it's a 13.3. Has M2, like I said, 8-core, 10-core GPU, CPU, and 24 gigabytes unified memory up to, right? And then up to 2 terabytes of storage, up to 20 hours of battery life compared to these two. The only thing,
20 hours? 20 hours, like, if you're using it the lowest brightness possible, at like full on, like, I need to, like, squeeze as much power as possible. It's impossible. You will at least get 18 hours even if you put this on the lowest brightness, on lowest everything. I'm telling you right now.
yeah. Okay, then 20 hours and touch bar. Like all the other MacBooks have touch bar. Like the last
No.
year, 2021 MacBook Pro 16-inch, they did not have a touch bar, but still, it was like one of my favorite MacBooks. Like this one,
Yeah,
this
because
one.
in my subjective opinion, the touch bar does not need to exist.
Yes.
Why? Just why? It's because it's such a huge inconvenience, the touch bar.
I don't know why. And in the beginning of the video, I did say Apple is like, oh yeah, Apple's the best. They have like the best tech. Well, I think I take that back. Apple's iPad naming is actually kind of bad. And
Yeah.
yeah.
Because everybody's gonna refer to the iPad, the cheapest one. That's kind of useless. Can I show you the price difference now? Can I do the price difference?
Oh yeah,
thing
because
again?
mine is in the
Can I do
US
the price
one.
difference thing again?
So yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna do the price difference thing again. Okay.
Right, let's go.
Let me show you the price difference right now.
Alright.
New MacBook Air, full maxed out.
Full maxed out, 10,499. Oh my goodness.
Oh, epic review.
Epic review.
$2,800. Oh
See?
wait, this is the small one. Is this a small one? Oh yeah, this is a small one. This has a bigger screen, and I think it's cheaper. But obviously specs are like terrible. So wait, what if I select this and let me modify this to the maximum possible? Oh god damn it.
Oh my
Right,
god.
okay, wait. Thing is having a bit of a nightmare. Give it a second.
Right.
I'm using like super old websites at the moment. The Wayback Machine is super unreliable at times.
Alright.
So give it a sec.
So while Devas sorting out his problem, I'm gonna tell you guys about the upgrade from the MacBook Air. So last time it was like the how many inch screen? I forgot.
I think it was the same. No, it's the same. The screen is the same. I think it was like 13 inches, if I'm correct.
13 inch.
And I was like 13.6.
Yeah.
This is like notch. That's pretty much it. There's not much of a difference.
And plus, why not they
Oh my
make like the
God.
MacBook Air like?
God. Oh,
yeah.
okay, finally it works.
Right.
It
So
finally works.
they will finally fix this
Let's get it
problem.
with the display thingy. Okay, display. I don't need a display. We don't need all this crap. Oh, okay. Backlit keyboard. Yes, set it up for that.
Final Cut
Who cares
Pro.
about Final Cut? Who cares about a printer?
Who-
Christ, Apple, why
who-
are you trying to sell me some things?
Guys, comment down below if you guys use Final Cut Pro, because I don't. I personally use like
Final Cut 2, what the hell is that? Final Cut 2 is so damn old. Like, I bet it's at least 10 years old. Okay, more than 10 years old, because it's probably 14 years old, because this came out in 2008. Impatient? Yes. Page not. Oh, great. Okay, so we just decided to completely die on me and redirect
Alright.
me back to 2019.
Alright, can I
Original.
share
So
my
my
screen again?
estimation is that this is really close to this price. It's close to this price. In my opinion, it's close to this price.
Alright, so now I'm gonna give a few words out to people who want a MacBook, including me. Just use your iPad. It acts like a MacBook. Right, if you have a tablet or anything, it just acts like a MacBook. It's more smoother. It has touch screen, and if you guys want the Magic Keyboard or Bluetooth keyboard, you guys can just use your iPad. Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
if you-
yeah, that's just more easier.
Seriously,
I
if
just
you
found
want
that out
Magic
now.
Keyboard, you can buy a Magic Keyboard. I think people don't know that, but you can buy a Magic Keyboard on Apple. It's not cheap, so I can see why a lot of people don't buy a Magic Keyboard. It's not cheap at all. For like the crap of a keyboard that it is, like it's not even. Look at this, 729 ringgit just for the keyboard.
Yeah.
Just for the keyboard. I'm not joking. This is just for the keyboard.
And plus let me give a word out to Apple, okay? For you guys who really
Yes.
want like a very good MacBook, I recommend Apple make like a budget MacBook, like what they have for our iPhones and iPads. iPhone SE and the iPad I'm using, the budget iPad. The budget iPad
Yeah,
is
the
just called
iPad is
iPad,
the
and
normal
iPhone,
For
the
people,
budget.
for people, what they think is now this is the brand new budget MacBook. It's the MacBook Air. It starts at 4,300 ringgit.
Yeah.
If you don't mind having a computer, this is a cheap boy. This is a 3,000 ringgit
Mac Studio.
Mini. This thing is
Mac
so
Mini.
damn cheap. It's so damn worth it. Like, yes, it does not come with a screen, but it's so damn worth it. Screen, keyboard, and mouse, you gotta buy that stuff for like less than 200 Malaysian ringgit. So it's only coming to like 3,100. It has the same specifications as like a MacBook Air, like the M1 MacBook Air, not the new one, the old one, the one that they are dropping out now.
Yeah, but would I?
And also, if you want a MacBook Pro and you don't mind keeping it just at home, get a Mac Studio. It's so much cheaper, it's so much better, and you can get the good chip or the even more better chip. Like, it's amazing. This chip is like, oh my god.
So my
This
thoughts.
is
Okay,
nightmare. This is like
Deva, want to give our thoughts
Yeah.
about the M1, M2 chip. So my thoughts on the M2
M2.
chip. I wish they added to their iPad Air and iPad Pro because last year.
No, Tiranish, I think that is going to happen. That is going to happen with like the new. I think it might happen because Apple did do that for the iPad Air and the Pro when it had M1. So definitely they will do. They won't do M2, but they will do probably M1. They will probably do
like M1
this
Max
guy,
and M1 Pro.
M1 Pro.
M1 Pro, yeah.
Yeah, they will do M1. They're probably okay. Maybe not the iPad, but the iPad Pro will definitely get an M1 Pro and probably a high spec like an M1 Max. That is my thought, but I am not completely sure. But if they do, why not just get an iPad Pro? If you're not that much of like a professional person, if you're doing it for like simple things like web browsing, you're not doing crazy gaming like you're playing Minecraft or something. The iPad Air is the iPad Pro is a really good consideration. This thing is cheap. I mean, compared to, it's not cheap, but compared to the MacBook Pro, it's so much cheaper. Like they just updated the iPad Air, so I don't think they will update this. This they will definitely update. Yes, they haven't updated in like a year, but they are definitely going to update this. But that is just my theory, because this comes with an M1 chip. It's actually not that bad for a professional, for what they call a professional iPad. It's not bad. It's like it's only like 3,000. It's only 3,500.
It's basically
and what's the cheapest M1
M1
yes,
device. The cheapest
but
M1
in my
device
opinion,
is.
why just get this? If you want something okay, Mac Mini. Literally, I will take this any day.
Alright,
My first ever Mac is a Mac Mini. I won't care.
Alright. What's my advice to all Apple employees who are watching this? Please make a budget MacBook. Like, at least like the iPad at the same price as the iPad.
No. Giovanni,
iPad regular.
remember when a time when this guy existed?
Who is it?
Your thoughts of a budget MacBook existed with this guy.
The MacBook Pro 15
MacBook,
inch.
Oh god damn it, this is not the right one. This is not the right one.
Hold on.
This is the 2015 MacBook. It used to exist, but now it's dead. Bye, dead. They discontinued it in July 2019.
Dude.
But this was the budget MacBook. This was what you were talking about.
Right. So I think that's
budget MacBook. If I want, I can. This one would be much better to do with the Wayback Machine. Honestly, yeah, it was a really good deal at the time. I mean, it did have one issue, which is only one USB-C port to charge it, to use all your data and all. And USB is like hell, but who cares? This was amazing at the time. Just select a random date here, and this is a good idea. I really like the MacBook. If they replaced the keyboard with like the better, not the scissor switches, those are hell. The new type, I would definitely buy this MacBook. Like, it's really good. Anything you can do better. No. Hey, look, the phone I'm having now. Yes, this is true. This is my phone.
iPhone 7.
Right here, the rose gold iPhone 7. That's my phone. Wait, how do I turn off?
Alright, I think we should end the video here. It's already like 23 minutes of the video. Yeah. Deva, you want to say anything more to like Apple users who wanna like any Apple products, any tips?
See, if you're planning to buy a new Apple device, if you want to enter the ecosystem, super simple. If you want to buy a phone, don't get the SE3, it's a terrible deal. Go for something like, if you live in America, like a Verizon plan, you get like a decent iPhone 12. If you want to enter the Mac world, get the M1 Mac Mini. But don't get it now, get it later because they might update it with the M1 Pro. Then for the iPad, just get what Tivanish told, a base iPad. It is amazing. And it's really close to it used to be close to the old MacBook with the old iPad app before they changed it to M1. But amazing. Like, I love that thing. The form factor is amazing. And honestly, if you just want to enter into the Apple ecosystem, you have a lot of starter pack. There's like the Apple starter pack. Like, if you want an Apple starter pack, I can literally type it right now. It's the iPad. If you want a really good starter pack, just get the things that I say. It's really nice. I do not mind. Apple is trying really hard now to get into the budget market. Like, back then, they didn't used to have a budget sort of thing at all. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
All right.
And
For my
AirPods,
tip,
you can get Gen 2 AirPods, and yeah.
for my
Literally,
tip,
like,
For my tip, if you just want some accessories for your Apple devices, just go for the AirPods. They are actually just as cheap for those in Malaysia. The AirPods are just 589 ringgit. But if you want to go for like Apple Pencil, I recommend the first generation coming at $419.
no, you can't use the first gen. The first gen cannot be used in anything. If you get a basic iPad, then you have to use the first gen. The rest do not support the first generation at all. You always have to get the second generation. That's the problem.
Alright then, just get the Apple Pencil if you're looking for any creativity.
The stuff that I listed here, iPad, the iPhone SE3 or the iPhone 12 on contract, Mac Mini M1, AirPods Gen 2 and Apple Watch SE, this should be perfectly fine for anyone to enter the Apple ecosystem. This is the full-on starter pack.
Alright, that's all we have for today. 26 minutes is a record for my videos, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. I might make a part 2.